Hello, everyone. Ayubowan. I don't know if I say it correctly after having spent a whole week in Sri Lanka. Professor Watawala, CMA Sri Lanka leadership and members, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I must admit that I feel so blessed and touched by the warm hospitality that I have been receiving from the accountancy profession and all professional bodies in Sri Lanka, and not least CMA Sri Lanka, who went out of their way this morning to welcome me so warmly in their offices and organize a great event that I really enjoyed exchanging and discussing with CMA students. So thank you, Professor Watawala, for the invitation to be here with you all tonight as we recognize excellence in the field of integrated reporting. My remarks today are going to be in three parts. First, I will reflect on certain changes in the role of business and the way a company's performance is evaluated. Second, I will talk about the importance of an integrated mindset in relation to sustainability, or what we commonly call ESG. And third, I will discuss how the professional accountant's skill set and mindset is fundamental in bringing about integration within a company. So the first point, the changing role of business and how a company's performance is evaluated. Today, financial performance and enterprise value creation are no longer seen as merely an end, but rather as an outcome of delivering sustainable value to stakeholders. A narrow focus on shareholder value is no longer a viable strategy for our organizations. And traditional and purely financial information is no longer adequate in steering our organizations and communicating our value creation to stakeholders. To be resilient and successful, businesses need to meet the needs of several stakeholders: employees, suppliers, clients, partners, and the environment. Sustainability information is extremely important for these efforts because it reveals a much fuller picture of enterprise value creation and impacts on other stakeholders. And it is up to our profession to use our central position within organizations with our technical skills and professional strengths to step up assertively to lead on sustainability. The new demand for sustainability information calls for the professional accountant's skill set in gathering data, developing systems and processes, and ensuring that the information is actionable and relevant to the strategy and business model. To deliver useful information for internal decision-making, as well as corporate reporting, boards and CEOs are now turning to what we call Chief Value Officers, CVOs. CVOs and their finance teams can bring together financial and other information from various corporate functions and external resources and use it to measure and report on sustainability impacts as well as opportunities and risks that are valuable and relevant for the value creation process. And the unique contribution of CVOs, the Chief Value Officers, and their teams is their ability to champion an integrated mindset in business. And let me insist on this. An integrated mindset is going to be the foundation of our profession's work in driving sustainability and value creation. And this brings me to the second point. Applying an integrated mindset involves gathering and analyzing information about sustainability impacts on people, planet, and prosperity, and understanding how these impacts relate to an organization's risks and opportunities, its strategy and decision-making, and its financial position and performance. So generally, this understanding comes from two perspectives: impact-focused thinking and enterprise value-focused thinking. CVOs and finance functions must build their understanding of the sustainability information they need. And these professionals are working in the context of changing expectations among stakeholders and investors amid many relevant changes in policies and regulations. So as risks arising from these changes evolve, information on sustainability impacts that the company has on broader society will be relevant for decision-making on a very wide range of issues, including issues related to reputation, social license to operate, and prospects for value creation. But at the same time, CVOs and finance functions also must connect sustainability risks and opportunities to economic decision-making and the impact that this has on the company's value creation. So both of these materiality perspectives are important for organizations to assess impact and performance in an integrated way. Sustainability issues are not static. They are dynamic. Sustainability impacts give rise to sustainability risks and opportunities which may gradually or very quickly become material for enterprise value creation in terms of their effect on financial condition, operating performance, and risk profile. Climate risk, for example, may be both directly and indirectly related to the company's business model and operations. And CVOs need to ensure that their evaluation of the impacts on climate change is reliable and relevant, and whether the effect of climate change presents material risks to the company. It also falls to the CVO to understand and communicate how these impacts relate to financial position and performance. And where the risk is material, the CVO must consider what disclosures are required to explain those risks and the potential financial consequences of the disclosure, including any material impacts on financial filings and the financial statements taken as a whole. Third, and finally, I want to discuss how the professional accountant's skill set and mindset is fundamental to bringing about integration. Creating sustainable and long-term value can be challenging. And it does not come naturally to every company, to every individual with a stake in the process. The CVO and professional accountants in many other roles must be able to explain the significance of non-financial information clearly to stakeholders inside and outside of the company. The accountant's role and mindset, technical skills, and ethical foundation are essential in driving high-quality sustainability information. These qualities make the accountants the right people for the job of enabling sustainability. We are uniquely capable of ensuring that information is useful for internal decision-making and communicating it to all stakeholders in value creation. Professional accountants are also well-positioned to objectively identify and analyze strategic trade-offs. And this is an important point because the sustainability and multi-stakeholder agenda often will present these trade-offs, and a judgment call will be needed about how they can be reconciled with business objectives. For example, there are obvious potential conflicts between long-term sustainability objectives and short-term profitability, and misalignment between competing stakeholders' interests. So the CVOs and finance functions need to understand how best to address these challenges in planning and execution. Well, basically, for companies to play an active role in building a more inclusive and sustainable economy, they need an integrated, multi-stakeholder approach to the way they operate and govern themselves with a focus on long-term value creation. To achieve broad-based sustainable development and economic prosperity, for their part, all accountants need to apply their professional skill set to new areas and should be willing to refresh their knowledge and business skills in various areas, including, for example, sustainability trends and innovations, leadership and collaboration on cross-functional teams, and new technology, data literacy, data management, and data analytics. To conclude, our involvement in driving sustainability will make the professional accountant designation even more attractive to the next generation, bringing new people into the profession and building a youthful membership. And I'm sure some of you heard some of my remarks earlier today and yesterday about the attractiveness of our profession. And I will just briefly reiterate 2 points. We must continuously adapt the curriculum for accountancy education to be not only relevant, but also engaging to the young generation. And secondly, we must do a better job communicating with young people about the countless opportunities and strong purpose they will find in our profession. So with that, I will stop here. And again, thank you very much, CMA Sri Lanka, for inviting me. And all the best with the outstanding achievements that you're going to celebrate. Thank you.